Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Ed. Today I'm going to be talking about Tattooed Chef. It goes by the ticker TTCF. I've broken this video into 3 parts: introduction, due diligence, and technical analysis. Please make sure to drop a like to this video to help the channel grow, subscribe, and leave notifications on. Any point of the video, if you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them down in the comments below or on our free Discord that is free of charge where we discuss trading all day. Let's jump right into it. So, TTCF, this is one that I've done an extensive DDs on it before. You'll find the links to those in the description below. Basically, it is think about Beyond Meat, but better. So, in my perspective, this one is definitely better because it offers not just Beyond Meat products, but plant-powered food for everyone, whether it is gluten-free, vegan, vegetarian, including buffalo cauliflower, cauliflower mac and cheese, cauliflower crust, bowls, Mexican sweet corn, buffalo cauliflower burgers, etc. The list goes on. Now, they are currently provided in select locations for Sam's Club and Costco in the States. Haven't seen them here in Canada yet, but I'm very excited to give them a try. And definitely these are one of the things that you can actually go ahead and try and then see, hey, is it actually good, reasonable in terms of price? Is it tasty? And if the answers are yes, then I think this one would be worth your investment. Nonetheless, we're going to look into all the details they've sent us, including today's Analyst Day update. So we already covered their abouts and plant-based foods, plant-based food that they provide, BRC certified, non-GMO, USDA organic, gluten-free, etc. Before moving on towards the investor relations section, definitely, if you're investing in this one, it might be worth giving them an Instagram follow and a Twitter follow as well. But if you're on Twitter, just scooch over to my Twitter as well and give me a follow. Nonetheless, let's move on forward. So from the latest SEC filings, you're able to find this presentation for Analyst Day. So we're going to cover them almost a slide per slide. So the agenda here they have was introduction, growth strategy, operations overview, and financial information. Everything we are interested in. Now, when it comes in towards their plan, their history here, was all the way back from 2009. Now, currently Tattooed Chef as the Tattooed Chef umbrella, previously was Atella. Tattooed Chef brand is launched and begins focusing on plant-based food products. Currently, Italy plant is open in 2017. Jumping up to 2019, they had 12 SKUs. 2020, they jumped up to 38 SKUs. Complete merger with Forum merger number 2 and became a company. We already know this one is a SPAC, so nothing really new there for us. The growth in the frozen food category has been primarily driven by recent product innovation as a response to the growing demand for great tasting, clean label, and convenient options. So the 2019 US frozen retail sales has expanded to around $55.2 billion. I'm very interested to see the 2020 ones because of the pandemic and more people actually relying on their own to cook food, so that'll be interesting. Tattooed Chef's current opportunity for the market goes $33.9 billion for prepared food, meats, pizza, vegetarian fruits. When it comes to desserts, it has a $12.6 billion near-term opportunity for the market share. The only two they don't share is seafood and others, which really accumulates only $8.7 billion from $55.2 billion. Now, number here, just a quick thing to mention, longer-term opportunity to penetrate the $380 billion global frozen food market. So definitely they have ambitions to go even more global, not just the US. As we get to see, they do have plants in Italy that makes them very prime for Europe markets, for instance. On forward here quickly, revenue growth, they're estimating that 2021 will get them a 68% CAGR, which is amazing here. An established brand around 640% year over year in terms of sales. These numbers are insane when it comes in towards 2019 quarter 1 to quarter 3 to quarter 1 to quarter 3 2020. No wonder this one is actually not a penny stock. It's because it has a lot of potential. And right now, the only thing it's doing right now is just trying to prove itself. Once it proves itself, I feel this one will be massive. Their financial resources, they have $9+ million cash balance, reinvest in company, opportunity for strategic M&A. Vertically integrated, And what that means, if you're horizontally integrated, you're basically working with things around the same scale, and that means they're working with different pipelines that really just do the same thing. Vertically means all the way from putting the seeds onto the ground to right on selling it to wholesalers. So they have a 200k square feet of manufacturing, doubled capacity in 2020, and the capacity will also double again in 2021. So that is exciting. Currently, the product expansions is around 200 SKUs with a new platform, and product expansion is the next few things they were looking for. Of course, they're looking to be on international markets, grocery aisles, food services, convenience stores, and licensing. Now, by 2020, they're setting $148 million. They're looking in aisle white spaces to have around $300 million in 2021. By 2023, they're looking to be $500 million. These are definitely very ambitious numbers, and I really hope they actually pull through with it. So that is their team, starting with the CEO and president that has around 35 years of experience in the industry, going all the way to their chief financial officer with over 25 year experience. Matt's 25-year experience as well in CPG products, and Stephen here, their chief operating officer, around 12 years of experience with being former CFO for APA Fine Foods. Of course, the tattooed chef themselves, I'm not sure how they go by. They joined the company in 2014, former chef in Italy, and chief creative officer, so the brains behind this. Board of directors, you get to see bigger names there. Coca-Cola, former merger too, of course, we know that will definitely come from there. Google, Intuit, the list goes on. Now, identity and vision, we already know these things, so I'm going to really skip a little bit through them because it is fairly obvious for us. Tattooed Chef offers plant-based options across multiple doors in the frozen department, whether going from single-serve bowls, smoothie bowls, vegetable blends, meat alternatives, and plant-powered pizzas. So, year-over-year product introduction. What I like about this one is take a look from 2019 to 2020, and then 2021 they're going to jump to 60 SKUs. I really am looking forward to get a taste on this one. That is definitely something to my near future. Now, Tattooed Chef is building a 360 brand ecosystem of content, social, and advertising connected with consumer across all touchpoint. Campaigns will drive even more brand demand. Right? We're going to move on from there. In terms of coming in towards their e-commerce, they're currently at more than 250% increase on email list growth. The next step is in the evolution of Tattooed Chef is to enhance product brand and awareness, which is what I'm saying about proving themselves. Accessibility to Tattooed Chef products, which I'm talking about not just wholesalers, but convenience stores, grocery stores, etc. One-on-one connections with customer, launches of exclusive products, and accelerates growth and consumer reach. Plan of action. That's something we are heavily interested in. Of course, as I said earlier, right now they are by Sam's Club and Costco. What they're looking for, of course, is their massive expansion. In all these different places here, I don't see Walmart as just general, but definitely these are the very upcoming near ones, including Unfee, Target, a few places, actually one location for Target here, and I'm pretty sure it will expand very quickly. Now, the last 60 days, we introduced Tattooed Chef to the following national retailers: 7-Eleven, Target, The Fresh Market, Starter Bros, Shop and Shop, Kroger. Now, a lot of these things are very unfamiliar with for me, just because I'm Canadian, and a lot of these things we don't really have available around here. But Whole Foods and Safeway, those are bigger names internationally. Tattooed Chef is a national brand. That is a significant growth in 2020 that is anticipated through mass retail expansion. Well, I will even cross the border for this one. Next thing here is a case study that they have, which is the success with Walmart. So in 2019, latest 13 weeks, they had 5 SKUs with a total points of distribution of 2164, with a maximum store count of 467. In 2020, the number of SKUs is, that's in the latest 13 weeks, is around 11, which is a 120% increase. Total points of distribution is 17,764, around 7 times more. Maximum store count is way more than double, it's around 5-6 times more. All 5 SKUs are now distributed in more stores and added the 6 new SKUs. So that is definitely a really nice growth. There is more different parts here where you go on in terms of comparing different retailers at different prices. The average retail price on Walmart is $3.96. 15% of consumers purchase multiple cauliflower mac bowls per trip. 60% repeat shoppers return within 3 weeks of purchase, and 33% of baskets have an additional Tattooed Chef item basket. In Target, the number 1 SKU is the organic acai bowl, and it outperforms the leading brand 1 SKU in IRI food in both velocity sales per store and average retail sale. So that is something amazing. So I think we're going to move on forward. Let's quickly just jump into their financial information. Okay. Revenues here year over year is 87% increase. We anticipate improved gross margins in Q4 and beyond, leveraging fixed costs on higher volume and benefited off new equipment to enhance operating efficiency. The revenues is expected to continue on increasing or at least stabilizing. Of course, we look into previous things. He did say that they expect significantly benefit from marketing efforts in 2021 and beyond. They have grown their revenues and established successfully brand products with no spending on marketing or promotion, which is, again, once more something amazing. Very much what Tesla did. Tesla doesn't really have ads. Word of mouth, and their actual brand brings on people. So the revenue estimate by 2026, they're looking to have $1 billion. Remember, we are currently sitting somewhere around very close to around 100 million, 150 million. That's around 10 times more. If they actually achieve that within the next 6 years, this will be a very, very solid investment. So we're going to move on forward quickly. News release here, they were featured as plant-based meat alternatives, their newest innovations. Now, the next thing we're looking at here is, well, yes, they had the Analyst Day. We just covered that. And they had their Q3 financial report. I did cover that in my last video if you would like to watch that one. Now, I did try to go on to find key valuations on Yahoo, on my broker, and etc. But unfortunately, because this is a bit new in terms of reverse merger, we're not going to be able to do that. So, regarding this one, the Tattooed Chef innovation features plant-based meat mix alternatives. It really goes on to nothing new that we don't know already. So I'm going to move on from here quickly and into technical analysis as promised. So now before we're going on forward on different things in technical analysis, I want to go on quickly through technical indicators. MACD really shows in a strong move. Moving averages are going from bearish to bullish. And the 80x is showing a potential here to move. William %R is looking really great, although it's retracting a little, so it's still closer to the overbought section. Momentum is still positive. MACD is a little bit stabilizing. Now we need to look into a 2-hour perspective just to get a bit of a sense onto what happens next, because the movement here was quite fast. Now on the moving averages, it is still bullish. It's bullish until it hits the 1910. It's in the trading action zones where reversals are likely between 2035 and 1910. Below there, things might look a little bit ugly. 80x doesn't show anything. William %R shows that this one is highly oversold. MACD here looks like it's actually retracting and there's more of a pullback to come, and momentum doesn't look much better. Now, going on towards the moving average, this one is expected to trade around 1833 on the top, 1666 in the middle, and $15 in the bottom. Now, the stochastic fast and stochastic slow are both showing different things. Stochastic fast is showing, hey, there's a pullback coming, be careful. The stochastic slow is telling you, hey, it actually might have a good next leg up. Next thing here is something I want to show you is the pattern that I am more fixed to. It's not really a pattern, but more of a channel. And this is the channel that I'm comfortable trading in. Currently, it went 21.50 in the morning. I definitely see it go on between 19.56 in the top, $19 in the middle, and 18.30 in the bottom, at least for this coming up couple of days. Now, the only reason I'm saying that's my comfortable zone is because I am investing, not trading. Now, of course, traded on here and you sold here, you made a lot of bank. But if you're looking for investment, definitely channel, as long as it stays above there, at least the bottom of it considered to be a trend line, it is solid for me above 1850. Now, going on towards Fibonacci retracements and supports, the current Fibonacci support sits at 1908, followed by 1717. Current resistance followed as 2063, 2217, 2437. Now, just using traditional price lines, we get to see that the current support sits at 1927. Below there, we're looking at 1872. Below there, we're looking down to 1831, and then 1738, jumping down to 1598, and then down to 1568, and all the way down to 1467. Current resistances sit at initially 2044, and then following that 2093, and then 2141, and then jumping all the way up to $23 mark. So Ed, what do you think about this one? I definitely think in terms of trading, this one is a little bit scary to hold overnight because there will be a lot of resistance here because it's moving way above its channel. And so I'm not the only person seeing this, and other folks out there that are not comfortable buying above this channel. Now, for me, I definitely think that it will drop a little and then stabilize in the channel and then jump back up, and it's going to do that. If you're trading, you can capitalize on this above the 1850. Now, if you're investing, I definitely think this is a solid growth numbers that they're presenting. They don't have debt as far as I know. It's a solid company in my books and definitely worth investing, given the numbers that they actually have provided pull off. I remember Beyond Meat, and I remember how massive Beyond Meat actually went. And if I was to basically say which one would be even better than the next Beyond Meat, I would definitely say this one has a very strong potential. Now, Beyond Meat, BYND, if you would like to go back to, let's say, 5 years back, traded around 45 at the start, and it literally looks very much of the similar in terms of an IPO. It topped in the last few months around $200. Now, imagine that you're not just Beyond Meat, you're a plant-based solutions for vegans, vegetarians, and everything in between. This one definitely hits bang. It goes a home run in my book. What do you think about the sticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like. You have a wonderful